Gilgeous-Alexander drops 40 points as Thunder mount 3-1 lead over Wolves. Washington, United States, and the most valuable player Shai Gilgeous-Alexander delivered a masterpiece performance to power Oklahoma City over Minnesota, 128-126 on Monday, Tuesday Manila time, lifting the Thunder to the brink of the NBA Finals. Gilgeous-Alexander scored a playoff career-high 40 points and added 0 assists and 9 rebounds to spark the Thunder, who took 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 Western Conference Finals series with potentially series-clinching Game 5 set for Wednesday, Thursday Manila time, at Oklahoma City. Play to our identity on both ends of the floor. If we do that, we'll be just fine, Gilgeous-Alexander said. If not, it could get ugly. So we've just got to be who we are and trust our work and trust our habits. Jalen Williams added 34 points with 6 of negatibo, siyam shooting from 3-point range, and Chet Holmgren contributed 21 points for the Thunder. They were amazing tonight, said Gilgeous-Alexander of the duo. They were confident. They weren't rattled at the moment. There's so much to say about the work they put in, the effort, and the character those two guys have. They deserve these moments. I'm nothing but proud of these two. The Thunder have not reached the NBA Finals since losing to Miami in 2012, while the Wolves have never reached the championship series. Reserves Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Donte DiVincenzo sparked Minnesota with 23 and 21 points respectively, while Jaden Daniels added 22 and star guard Anthony Edwards, who tightly guarded all night, managed only 16 on 5 of negatibo 13 shooting. They are a really good team, said Gilgeous-Alexander. You rely and do a good job on their main guys and their relay and a guys get off. You've got to be right and do the job all the way around. It's harder than it looks. The Timberwolves surrendered 21 turnovers and allowed the Thunder 11 offensive rebounds. You're not going to beat a team like this if you are turning it over 20+ times and letting them have a bunch of second-chance opportunities, and we knew that, Minnesota coach Chris Finch said. Oklahoma City won the first 2 games at home, but host Minnesota routed the Thunder in Game 3, setting up an intense Game 4. Both teams were physical and aggressive and hot shooting from the start, with Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams each scoring 13 points in the first quarter as the Thunder took 37-30 lead. Gilgeous-Alexander was 5 of negatibo 6 from the floor, while Williams was 5 of negatibo 8 and 3 of negatibo 5 from 3-point range. The Timberwolves hit 12 of negatibo 11 and 5 of negatibo 0 from beyond the arcs in the first quarter, but they also made 7 turnovers and Edwards did not take shot until only 35 seconds remained in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander had 21 points in the first half as Oklahoma City led 65-57 at halftime, while Edwards had taken only 2 shots and Minnesota had surrendered 13 turnovers. Wolves rally late. The Thunder took their biggest lead at 68-57 in the opening seconds of the third quarter, but the Wolves answered with a 0 run, Rudy Gobert scoring 4 in the spurt. And the Oklahoma City lead was only 85 entering the fourth quarter. Jaden Daniels sank left corner 3-pointer with 23 seconds remaining to lift Minnesota within 123-121. But Gilgeous-Alexander answered with 2 free throws to boost the Thunder lead to 5 with 14 seconds remaining. Gobert's rebound putback pulled the Wolves within 125-123 with 9 seconds remaining. But in mid-scoring champion Gilgeous-Alexander made of negatibo 2 free throws to leave the Wolves 3-pointer rally of tying the game with 8 seconds remaining. Minnesota's Naz Reid made 2 free throws, but Gilgeous-Alexander was fouled and sank 2 free throws to give the Thunder 128-125 lead. Edwards was fouled with 3.5 seconds remaining and made the first free throw, then intentionally missed the second, but Gilgeous-Alexander threw the ball down the court and out of bounds with 0.3 seconds to play. A desperation inbounds play failed and the Thunder secured a hard-fought triumph.